each day and each day. Today, I want you to take your time and watch this video bit by bit till the end. There is much to learn. I'm going to tell you how you don't need lots of money to venture into poultry. I'm going to give you the other existing opportunities that you can venture into in poultry business just to be a team player, alright? Whenever we think about poultry, what comes into our mind is always layers and broilers. No. Layers and broilers, that needs lots of investment, lots of cash, although it pays you quite well, but you as a youth or you as a startup, you can join us. And this is how you join us. The first niche, hatchery business. This is one of the most lucrative businesses one can ever think of, especially a starter. All you need is an incubator and power and fertile eggs. You can either opt to raise a few number of parent stock birds which will lay, and then you harvest the eggs and hatch and sell day-old chicks. You can also opt to buy fertile eggs from a reputable breeder. Buy the fertile eggs, then brood them for 21 days and your chicks will be ready for sale. You buy an egg at around roughly $0.25, hatch the egg and sell a chick at $1 or $1.2. However, the business might not be as juicy as it looks like from outside. This is because this entity involves lots of marketing. You really need to do a lot of marketing for your chicks, but in a way that by the time you're hatching, they have already been booked or they already have a ready market. You don't keep the chicks anymore at your farm since you've just specialized in hatching business. If you keep the chicks for a day or two extra in your farm, this will mean that you will be actually diverging from your initial business focus. You'll need now to bring up the birds, which will be an extra cost. Okay, this niche can also tie up with niche number 2, which is sale of eggs. You can either opt to sell fertile eggs, which is also quite a lucrative business. You're gonna buy eggs from reputable breeders and you sell to other hatcheries, or you can buy table birds from farmers and sell to retailers or wholesalers. Basically, it's a middleman business. Niche number 3, feed processing. Feed processing is quite another lucrative venture, although it's quite tedious. It involves sourcing of raw materials, and raw materials such as soya is one of the hardest. It actually is the biggest headache for feed manufacturers. This is because if you get soya, most of the soya will get its raw, then it has to be processed. If you venture into processing of soya, it means you'll be diverging from your initial business, which is feed manufacturing. You cannot use raw soya. This is because it's toxic to the birds, alright? You understand that soya has got phytokinins which are quite toxic to the bird, and therefore they will affect the bird's liver from normal functioning. And once the liver is down, you are down, because the egg formation starts from the liver. You need to get that fact right. Okay? And so, back to the matter. Feed processing is quite tedious because of putting together the raw materials, but it's quite profitable because most of the materials you'll use are byproduct. Okay? If you use bran, it's a waste of flour milling. If you use maize, you can use grade 2 maize that has been used as a waste. So you'll buy it at a very low price, combine them and sell them at a very lucrative price. But if you opt for feed manufacturing, be ready for the job. It's quite tedious, but it's, at the end of the day, it is profitable. Niche number 4, you can venture into the poultry business actually by being a middleman, especially for the youth. You can buy feeds from the manufacturer, or rather the processor, and then you sell the feeds. And very important, you can actually combine this niche of selling feeds together with the first niche, whereby you hatch your chicks and then you sell along with the feeds. Because most of the farmers who come to buy chicks from you, if at all your chicks are performing quite well, they will always ask you, where can I get the feeds? So if you have feeds, then I think it's a ready market for you. For example, if you do the marketing of the chicks from the start, it will be easier for you to market your feeds along the chicks, all right? And this is one of the most interesting niches. Actually, if you're a youth, think of starting the business with selling of feeds, all right? You don't need to manufacture feeds like in the niche number 2, and then you brand and you sell again, you know? You can just buy feeds from the manufacturer. You can even go ahead and brand and package in your own packaging, logos and everything, and then you can deliver to the market. But this one calls for patience. You have to be patient. Honestly, you have to be patient. If you're not patient, then it's just gonna be a problem. You know, most of us youth, we want to invest 10,000 today, and tomorrow we want 20,000. No. It doesn't work like that, okay? You can even invest 10,000 today, and then it will take you even a month or 2 before you get back your money, all right? But you just need to be smart, okay? You factor in the cost of transport and the cost of rent, that is the cost of labor in terms of packaging and offloading, and then you just add a small extra shilling to that, and you make your profits, all right? The beauty about this one is you can start with as low as, even you can start with as low as, you can say, how much? You can start with as low as $1,000. That's good, you're good to go. Number 5, you can venture into sale of equipment. You import from China, Malaysia, USA, and you bring to Africa, and you sell, you know. It's actually one of the most profitable. All these are equipment imported from China. China, all of them. You can opt either to import feeding equipment, like let me say you can buy feed brushers, or you can even go for incubator. Not forgetting, you can even import parts, you know, import incubator parts, or you import equipment parts like the motor alone. You can even import like the bells alone, and then you can sell them to farmers, all right, at a profit. Just identify a reputable and reliable supplier, a very honest. By the way, you have to be very careful because this is one of the most risky niches. It's very easy to be conned, and you know, it's your lifetime savings, or it's a loan you've borrowed. So if you borrow a loan and then you like purchase your equipment and then you end up being conned, and then you lose your money and you'll be more frustrated, I would have not helped you, or rather the poultry industry would not have helped you. So just try and identify a very, very trusted supplier, then import your equipment or parts, and then sell them at a profit. For example, you can buy this incubator. This is a 5,000 incubator. If you can buy it from China, at actually like, let me say you can buy it like at $450. If you bring to here at home, this one, 1,500. So if you deduct even transport and you deduct everything, you will make like another 500 from this one. So just try to look at that, all right?